All right, everyone, it's Christmas Eve and I'm heading into work. I have one client today. I'm doing this on my iPhone. So that's the sun right there. It's it's about 12:45 in the afternoon and it's cold again. I haven't been out of the garage long enough to know if what's on my dashboard is the accurate temperature, but it's cold. And I was hoping that there would be a sundog again today, but there isn't. So one of these days I'm actually going to capture it for you guys. If you're interested in the sundogs, you can Google. But it's a phenomenon where it has to do with the light rays going through the probably the frozen stuff in the air. I'm not really sure, but it's pretty cool. One of the weird things about living here, turn the radio down now that the music's over. So, oh, and look, there's a dog in that. Looks like maybe a German Shepherd or a Husky mix, probably. We have Alaskan Huskies here, and when people think of dog teams and the dogs, they typically think of Siberian Huskies. And Siberian Huskies are not a breed that you see here very often, which could be kind of a surprise for people, but the Alaskan Huskies are mixes of Siberian Huskies and other domesticated dogs. They breed them for the ability to stay warm and for speed and longevity. And the Siberian Huskies are really big. And the Alaskan Huskies tend to be pretty skinny and have very dense fur. So a lot of the mushers have their own kennels and they breed their own dogs with the qualities that they like. So, yep, it's interesting. Just a little interesting bit of trivia that is pretty much useless unless you're going to be a dog musher and have your own team, but kind of interesting. So, oh, look at these trees over here. I hope my window isn't so messed up that you can't see. It really is pretty here, especially in December. And I think we're past the solstice. I'm not sure what day it was. It's usually the 21st, 22nd, around there. Possibly 23rd. But we are going to be gaining daylight at the rate of about 7 minutes per day. So we're on the upswing, or is it the downswing? Or anyway, it's heading in the positive, which is good. So you guys are really just going to get to know my drive to work. Oh, and there's the Mayflower Buffet. They're missing some of the lights in their sign. And that is Asian food. I've never been there before. I'm sure it's not very good quality and definitely not healthy. Okay, so, well, it has warmed up. It says it's 22 below. So it's not too bad. It's probably why we don't have a sundog showing itself. Oh, and then there's Joanne. Past that truck, you can't see it, but that's where Joanne is. And Michael's is back an intersection and down the road. So they're actually pretty close. And yeah, you guys know I spend way too much time there. I don't know if you can see. Probably not. All right, well, I'm gonna let you guys go. There's one of the Alaska clubs, one of the gyms, and their membership rates are insane. I belonged there for about 3 years, 4 years maybe. And no lie, their membership for an individual, for me, not the fancy schmancy membership with the racquetball included, was like $90 a month. That's just insane. So now I belong to Planet Fitness for $19.99 a month. Problem is, I never go. So it's weird. I used to be a gym rat. I used to be addicted to exercise, and I would work out 6 days a week for 2 hours a day. I was in great shape, but I have to figure out how to get back into that. I'm just rambling. Oh, am I going to make it through the green light? You know what they say, green means go. Don't slow down. Whoops, I'm going to go just because it's icy. Yay! So I kind of ran a red light, and you guys saw it. You're witnesses. Well, I don't think I've ever taken you this far down the road. So maybe we'll just keep going. Alaskan Air Force Base, 21 miles from here. Oh, that building there, that blue one, Liz and Brian rented an apartment there for a few months and then decided they couldn't afford it, so. What else? What's going on? What are you guys doing for Christmas? I have my one client today, Dee. She's the veterinarian who wears the scrunchies in her hair. I took Roxy to the vet. We got the sutures out of her eyes, and they look really good. And so she doesn't have to wear the cone or booties anymore. And then I'm going to go home, and we're going to make chicken piccata for dinner. And tomorrow we're going to have prime rib. And it will be Mike and Mandy and me, just the three of us. And Liz, my daughter, and her husband Brian are in Wisconsin. So they're in Milwaukee with Brian's family until Christmas Day, and then they drive down to Edgerton area where Liz's dad lives, and they will spend some time with her dad and grandparents and cousins and everyone. Look at those trees. And so they're pretty excited to be able to be home. And then they have to drive back to Virginia at some point for Brian's new job. They're going to be in Newport News, and I've never been there before. So it will be exciting to be able to go and visit them and see a lot of the hot spots around the Virginia area, and maybe go to D.C. If I go to Washington, D.C., this is kind of interesting because I'm really not interested in seeing the White House or the landmarks as such. There's my church over there. I want to see the Holocaust Museum and the Smithsonian, different. I'm not exactly sure. I'd have to research how many Smithsonians there are and what are in each one. I'd want to do that, and I'd want to go to like haunted places or places that are supposedly haunted, and the battlegrounds, and because I really like all that ghost hunting stuff. My daughter calls me a nerd, and I just laugh and say, yeah, so what? This is a ramble, isn't it? But you get to see how pretty it is here. Yeah. What else? New Year's, don't do anything on New Year's. Maybe we'll cook a special meal. My husband, I think he would prefer to go out on New Year's, but I hate going out on New Year's Eve. The restaurants are busy, and a lot of times the service and the food quality is subpar because it's just so crazy busy, and it's really, really cold here, and I'm such a homebody. I would just rather stay home. Yep, I'm boring too. And I'm turning left here, and then I will be at the salon. Exciting, I know. So you guys, I applied for partner. I had been invited a couple of times. I guess I'm still kind of confused about the whole partner thing. So I sent a message to Shawnee. Shawnee's Pretty in Ink, because she just made partner, and I asked her, I said, well, where did you go to apply? I said, I'm kind of confused, because I'd gotten a couple of invitations to apply for